Hey, hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your March 2022 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we're going to dive into the collective energy of Sagittarius and take a look at all things love, whether you are currently partnered, perhaps you are in separation, or you are single. We will take a look at it all. So just a friendly reminder, Sag, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading, you can find that link in the description box below. And do stay tuned during the reading. I will tell you how you can enter that free monthly reading giveaway. Let's dive into your reading, Sag. Beautiful. So we do have in the past energy. We have the chickens card showing up. And I really like this because it talks about being in the moment. So this could have been last month. If you are watching this in March, February was the month of love. If you are watching this in February, as I will be putting it out prior, I feel like this could be the month before, or this could have been even the last few months prior, where you're really focusing on being in the moment more, whether that is with yourself or it's with an important relationship in your life. And I feel like chickens here, they're early risers and they wake up together and they get things done. So for some of you, you may have started a routine by getting up earlier and doing maybe going to the gym, or maybe whatever this is, a gratitude journal before you step out of bed, or writing something down. You may have partnered up, or this could also, they're showing me texts between you and another person in the morning prior to, getting your day started here. So I do like this energy here of being in the moment. For those of you that are single, I feel like you are focused on being fully present. Some of you may have been recently reading The Power of Now, or reading some sort of self-help book, or watching videos on being more present in your life. Now, in the energy of the present, we have leaves, which does talk about a gradual shift in your love life. So for some of you, you are moving in a specific direction, but it is gradual. It is slow and steady. I feel like because this is the leaves card, I feel like there's going to be a big drastic change in the fall for you, because we're coming up to the spring season here, Sag. And something that you may have been working towards, it could be a relationship, it could be yourself. There's some sort of goal or milestone here I feel will be completed or reached around fall time. For some of you, this can certainly be marriage. It could be moving in with another person as well, or there's some sort of, I feel positivity between you and another union here. In the future energy, we have the camping card. This is really great because it talks about a much needed escape. So this could be in the month of March. It could be, they're giving me June as well, where some of you may be really needing to escape, whether that is because you are in an area that is cold and you're wanting to escape someplace warm, or you may be wanting to just take a step back from maybe social media, from friends, from family. You're just wanting to kind of go inward a little bit and do some reflecting, but bring some adventure to your life, because I am getting adventure with this camping card. And I feel like this is with a partner or with a family. So I feel like this isn't necessarily the hermit energy of taking a little bit of solitude on your own. I feel like this is about you taking solitude with a loved one. But let's dive into your reading here, Sag. Let's take a look and see what is the heart of the matter for you in the month of March. Okay. Two of Air. Okay, so decisions at this time, choices. This can be, Two of Air energy can be about you being between a rock and a hard place. It's about being at a crossroads, a decision needing to be made, but it's also about you taking off the blindfold and really getting honest about what direction you want to go from here. Do you want to open your heart up to love, or do you want to stay maybe isolated or left on the sideline? And you're probably thinking, well, who wants to be isolated, Melissa? Who wants to be on the sideline? But remember that sometimes when pain comes in, or experiences of the past, it does kind of close up our heart chakra a little bit. And what this is saying here is there are opportunities in the month of March for you to open yourself up to love, open yourself up to self-care, compassion, and healing, if that is something that you've been wanting to work on. They're also showing me possibly some back and forth energy between you and another person. So if you are the one that has somebody on your mind, but maybe you're in separation, or maybe you do live with the person, but there's some sort of emotional disconnect or even a physical disconnect, I feel like you may be weighing up a very important decision in your life. And by fall time, by October, even August, September and October, they're giving me, your life is going to completely look different than it is now. But let's take a look and clarify what this is. Yeah, whatever this is for you, Sag, is going to take a lot of strength, take a lot of courage, because you have been through a lot here. But right behind it, there's that Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Right now, I am getting the energy of you not wanting to feel left out, like we just talked about here. And this is saying finally putting yourself out there, doing what's right for your heart. So when the Five of Pentacles shows up, it talks about an end of a hardship, a renewed sense of faith. So I feel for a lot of you, you may be calling in a soulmate. You may be walking away from a situation here or strengthening some bonds that you have that currently are in, but it will take some effort on your end. And, you know, a lot of times we fail to see our own triggers, or we fail to see what we need to work on individually. And sometimes we just throw it at the other person. They're the reason this is happening, or they're the reason why, I haven't found love, or they're the reason we can't get along. Whatever this is, I feel like you're taking a deep dive into your psyche, Sag, and you're figuring out what you need to do for yourself to attract the love that you deserve and desire. Let's take a look and see what possibly challenges could be showing up for you in the month of March and how we can help you navigate through them. They're giving me, that's very interesting, San Antonio. San Antonio. So, I mean, that's a place here in the States. Maybe you're from San Antonio. Maybe you're planning a visit there. Maybe you live there. There could be something with Antonio as a name. Please take it as it resonates for you. All right. We also have the Ten of Fire showing up. So this month, Sag, you are spinning a lot of plates in the air. The Ten of Fire does talk about you carrying a lot of heavy burdens. Now, this could be emotional burdens that you've been carrying from maybe childhood, and it's stuff that finally needs to be released. This could be physical burdens. Maybe you have a lot going on in your life this month, and the challenge here is for you to get rid of the old, Sag, to make way for new, because you have a lot of beautiful, new, exciting things coming in here. But when we fail to let the balls drop sometimes, or, reprioritize, and we're still hanging on to things that we either learned we don't need to carry, or they're not ours, we can get overwhelmed and we can get stressed out. So the challenge for you this month is to get rid of the old to make way for new. Let's take a look here and clarify the Ten of Wands for you, Sag. All right, Hanged Man. Yeah, it's seeing something from a brand new perspective, and that's what this shift is. So I feel like this is about you being in the moment. So even though this is a challenge for you, you're really trying to focus your hardest on being present, being in the moment. Also, I feel like some of you may be really trying to connect to your higher self. You're trying to call in your guides, your angels. Some of you may be pulling tarot or oracle cards for yourself to get some clarity and answers. What they're telling me is some of you keep pulling cards expecting a different result, or maybe you're watching on a million different videos on YouTube expecting some sort of different result, but it's because that blindfold may still be kind of over your eyes. It is about what you feel is right. How do you want to move forward here? Because whatever is out of your control, that is not what you can change here. Okay, so that's what this surrender card is all about for you, and that's the challenge. If something is out of your control, or you don't have any say in it, then release that, because it's not yours to worry about. Everything happens in divine timing, Sag, and it will happen the way that it's supposed to. So let's take a look and see what is below you. What is the foundation? What is below Sagittarius? Seven of Wands. Beautiful. This, you can be stubborn at times, Sag, I won't lie, but you are a fighter deep down. And the Seven of Wands is the card of looking a challenge in the eye and giving it a wink. This is about you defending your position, standing your ground, and you being at your personal best. going the distance and having the upper hand on your life, not letting the past define you. This is, yes, you felt attacked in the past. You've had to defend yourself. You've been misunderstood. You have been defeated, but you have made amends with the past, or that is something you're trying to work on at this time, is making amends with situations that hurt you and that, made you feel quite defensive. But the Seven of Wands says that you are very strong and you can non-conform and live life the way you want to live it. So I feel like whatever has happened to you in the past, your gradual shift here in the present moment is saying that you will make the decisions that are in your highest good, and you'll live an even better life if you can release some of the burdens here that you carry, whether again, emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, whatever that is. There's a need to kind of escape, and that's what you have showing up. Some of you, nature is your escape. Outdoors is your escape. Maybe camping is your thing. But there is a sense of renewal here. So I feel like a lot of you are ready for this escape. You may be even having a plan, a trip planned for the month of March or shortly after. Let's take a look and clarify the Seven of Wands. Yeah, Eight of Swords in reverse. This is good because the Eight of Swords says that you are only trapped by your own fears, your own restrictions, and you are strong enough to just look upward on that cage. You can see that cage that the angel is in. The top is already off, but the angel doesn't know that the top is off. They only need to look up. And that's what you're doing here with the Seven of Wands. You're realizing your worth, your potential, and you're saying, you know what? I don't want to be caged any longer. I don't want to be stuck in a situation that maybe I feel uncomfortable in, or stuck in a mentality or a belief that I'm not good enough or that I'll never find love, because you definitely have some beautiful changes coming in here for you, Sag, but there is some inner healing that you've been working on and will continue to work on as well. They're telling me, not for all of you, because it's rare. It really is. Some of you may be in a twin flame union. You may be in separation from a twin flame. Not all of us know or want to be with our twin flame or even come into contact with them in this lifetime. But some of you may be dealing with some twin flame energies here. Let's take a look and see what's going on in your recent past, or your past that may be affecting your present. So let's take a look here. Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles. You're juggling a lot at this time. Two, you have another two showing up here. So this is about choices as well. It's about trying to balance, juggle, and weigh up options, decisions, and choices. So Sag, some of you may have Libra in your chart is what they're giving me here. But some of you may be feeling indecisive, not sure which direction. Do I continue talking to this person? Do I move forward? Do I continue spinning all of these plates in the air and not asking for help? Because sometimes I can be stubborn and do it all myself, right? I mean, that's everybody at times, Sag. But I feel like this is about you making decisions that are in your best interest, instead of, needing to be the one that is always, how do I say this here? Always taking care of things for other people, shouldering the weight of other people's problems as well. Let's take a look here and clarify what this Two of Pentacles is for you. It's about feeling a little bit overwhelmed, feeling maybe even a little bit wishy-washy regarding your romance, just going back and forth, maybe squabbles. Yeah, somebody not putting in enough attention and energy towards you. So that maybe leave you feeling a little bit abandoned, a little bit rejected. Or somebody may one day text you and then the next day, they kind of ghost, or you don't hear from them for a while and you're thinking, what is going on here? For some of you that are in a relationship, you've been trying to balance this balancing act up between the both of you for quite some time. And I feel like you want equal give and take, but somebody's always shoving, somebody's always, taking. Push, pull, push, pull. And that can be that twin flame energy as well, along with the runner and the chaser. Let's take a look here and see what is above you, Sag. What is above you? Let's take a look and see what the opportunities are. Four of Earth. I like this because I feel like instead of hanging on, like we just said, hanging on to all of these plates in the air, the Four of Earth talks about you surrendering, you releasing, not needing to hold on and hoard so close to you or be in control of every situation. The Four of Earth, I always like to describe as holding water in your hands. And if you hold water without any grip, it's just going to run through your fingers. But if you hang on to water too tightly, it's going to spill out the side. sides. There needs to be just the perfect amount of that equal give and take that we talked of here. And this says that this is about letting go and going with the flow instead of needing to try to control a situation that's out of your control, or instead of, hanging on so tightly where it kind of scares or pushes an energy away here. So Four of Earth is a great card to have as the potential, because again, I feel like you're opening yourself up to going with the flow of what the divine has in store for you. So let's take a look here and clarify the Four of Earth. I feel like if some of you were in a situation where people withheld affection, I feel like you may be walking away from that, or you may be having a serious conversation with that person, and it will lead to success. Six of Wands is one of my favorite cards in tarot, and it talks about success, accomplishment. It talks about being raised up and victory after a difficult period for you. So if there were issues of back and forth battles, or if somebody was withholding affection, or if somebody was trying to be too controlling, if you were able to recognize a trigger for what it is here, there's going to be great success in love coming in for you here, Sag. So this is really wonderful. You're doing the healing, you're doing the work. And sometimes that shadow work can be sticky, and it can be messy, and it can be scary, but you're brave enough to dive into that part of you. Let's take a look and see what's showing up for you in the near future. What is showing up for Sagittarius in the near future? Oh, the call. Yeah, there's a wake-up call coming in, and that's for sure. You have the calling, the judgment card. This is all about your purpose. It's a change in the direction of your life path. Do you want to stay in the energy and keep repeating what's been done for maybe the past 20 years, the past 40 years? Whether it's a dead-end relationship, maybe it's being single, or being in a relationship that's been back and forth, maybe very toxic. This is a wake-up call, a second chance to do something differently this time around. I feel like you are reflecting on a major life choice regarding your heart, and it's about you, Sagittarius, making a decision and doing it. It's also about forgiveness, non-judgment here, looking at another person and seeing them on a soul level, not on a surface level here. And it's about others reciprocating that energy as well. So I am getting a self-forgiveness and forgiving others, as well as non-judgmental energy towards yourself and others. There's a call to do something differently this time around, but you have a choice to make. Let's take a look and clarify. This is really quite beautiful, because the judgment card says you've learned a lot from the past. You can free yourself from the bars that which hold you back. And this is that energy of the Seven of Wands that you got earlier. This is your energy. You're strong. You're determined. You don't want to stay in that fear, that trapped cage that angel was in earlier here. The Seven of Wands is non-conforming, breaking free from the situations that held you back in the past here, and giving you a second chance to climb out from behind those bars and move forward in a positive new light. And that's what this gradual shift is all about. It doesn't happen overnight. The healing, you don't just decide that I want to be better today. I want to release the past. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes a process. You need to work on emotions. You need to work on the healing. Well, you need to work on your triggers, work on relationships, work on your self-love. So there's a lot of time, energy, and effort that is put into situations like this. But I feel like you're making the shift to actually really evolve and become a better version of yourself. And with that being said, Sag, you're attracting the relationship or the energy that you want in your life because you've done the work. So this is quite beautiful. Let's take a look and see what you're telling yourself. What are you telling yourself in the month of March? I feel like you're a strong mofo this month. You're definitely on top of your game here, and you're feeling good. You're feeling strong, and you're feeling like you don't want anything to hold you back. Chariot energy. Yeah, you're ready to move forward with a Chariot. This card talks about triumphant success, Cancer energy here. This is about confidence, movement. Some of you, it can be travel as well. So you're finally ready to move forward. You're finally ready to release all of those plates that are spinning in the air, and maybe just spin a few of them, the ones that are the main priority, and drop the rest. Maybe one of these plates is a negative belief. One of them could be, a past hurt, a past relationship. One of them may be a childhood wounding. Another one could be you know, the belief that you have about yourself. So whatever these mental restrictions or emotional restrictions may be holding you back, it's time to move forward in confidence, knowing that all of that taught you what you needed to know to move forward. Let's clarify this Chariot. Some of you may be moving as well. Yeah, you're releasing yourself. Again, you're getting the same energy, Sag. And this showed up in reverse this time. So you're freeing yourself from the cage. The Eight of Swords says that you are finally moving forward, freeing your thoughts, moving towards freedom, liberation here. You've been carrying a lot. Some of you may have a close call or a wake-up call that really, I don't feel like, you know, anything major, but it's something, it could be internal, an internal wake-up call that says, you know what, I'm not going to live my life this way anymore. I mean, it can be a close scare. Maybe somebody around you that you never thought for a million years would get divorced, or maybe you didn't think that they had a serious problem that they had, or whatever it was, and you're thinking, wow, if it happened to them, maybe it could happen to me, and you're having an epiphany moment, a major wake-up call that's going to project you forward on your path. Let's take a look and see what's going on in your surroundings. What is showing up for you, Sagittarius, in your energy? Queen of Air, Libran energy. You're setting some healthy boundaries, Sag, for yourself. The Queen of Air is somebody who tells it like it is. She's a truth setter, a goal setter. She goes after what she wants. She's assertive, she's direct, and truth, honesty, and integrity are her number one. And so I feel like this is either you really stepping into your power. This could be a queen coming into your life here, a very influential person, but saying, Sag, it's time for you to really get moving. Get going on your journey. This is what you need to do. This is how you do it. And I'm going to give you a big shove forward. So whoever this Queen of Air is for you, or it could be you yourself, Sag, you're taking a leap of trust. And I feel like you're trusting that the universe has your back, but you're also putting in the work. And this Queen of Swords isn't afraid to put in the work. Oh, wow. We have the Strength card again. We have some fast action. We have some independence here. And we have the Nine of Wands, healing the wounded warrior. And then lastly, to clarify this Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, you're getting past any conflict. You may have had a lot of resentment from past situations. You may have held on to bitterness. You may have been the kind of person, or maybe you are the kind of person, Sag, where you need to win at all costs and you're constantly fighting the next battle. But now you're realizing, are these battles really mine to fight? Or are they really worth it? Or am I just fighting it to fight? Because of my triggers or because of my past. It's almost like what they're showing me is you setting your swords down and you saying, you know what? I'm going to choose what battles I want to fight, and these ones just aren't worth it. I'm going to release them to the past because they're not mine. And that's what I'm sensing for you. And the Queen of Swords, definitely, you know, she has her sword that she's holding for battle when it needs to happen, but she doesn't fight those petty battles. She doesn't just go in swinging every which way. She only takes her sword with her and uses it when she needs to here. So I feel like you're really stepping into your power. Let's take a look, Sag, and see what your hopes are and what your fears are for love. Three of Air, Three of Swords. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want your heart to get broken, but also you don't want to break your own heart. Whew, I just got major goosebumps, and whew, the empathy there. I had this overwhelming wave of, I don't even know how to describe it here, sadness, but yet realization mixed with awareness, mixed with compassion, just a lot here. So Sagittarius, you have been through a lot. Three of Air is a difficult card. Luckily, it's showing up in your hopes and fears. But the Three of Swords is about heartbreak, painful loss, separation. For some of you, it could have been a physical loss of a loved one or a family member. It could be cheating. It could be third party. It could be, they're actually showing me some really horrific childhood trauma that maybe you had went through as well here. So Sagittarius, this is your fear. You don't want to relive those past memories repetitively in your mind. And that may be what you're hanging on to. But now it's time for you to release that pain to the universe. Spirit is coming in, actually bringing this purpose, this calling card in your future, saying, all right, Sag, you've dealt with so much in this lifetime. We're going to, put this in your right path. It's time for you to grab it, because the universe always puts stuff in your path, but are we too busy looking at the past to see what's right in front of us? I feel like your eyes are open, you're aware, and that's what being in the moment has been in. You've been actually practicing and preparing yourself for this energy that's coming in. So I do feel, I don't even need to clarify the Three of Swords, because I feel there's a beautiful positive outcome. Let's take a look and see what that is for you. What's the outcome for Sagittarius in the month of March? Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. This is wonderful here because it does talk about your hard work, your persistence, your determination, which we talked about in the beginning. That is you, Sag, is paying off here. Seven of Pentacles is about taking a look at where you've come from, birth on to right now where you stand, looking at the past, reevaluating, just with that Judgment card here as well, and taking a look at everything that has come before you and saying, you know what, I'm strong enough to keep going. I'm strong enough to manifest the kind of love that I want. Excuse me, and that you will finally be able to look your shadow side in the eye and almost like give it a wink. Say, you know what? I know we've been through this together. I know that I'm here to learn, but I don't need to hold on to you anymore. So I'm releasing you. And it's almost a bittersweet because you've been hanging on to it for quite some time here, Sag. But the beautiful side of this is, even though we're doing a love reading, this is love of all forms. And the one that's showing up for you the most here is self-love. So the Seven of Pentacles as your outcome here definitely talks about you putting in the hard work. Don't quit. Don't give up, because you're almost there, Sag. This is really beautiful. You're almost to that point where you will be attracting the energy that you desire. You may have found yourself in relationships that, again, were very yo-yo-ish, back and forth. Maybe you found yourself in abusive relationships, or you were triggered with a lot of people that you were with. You definitely came into this lifetime with some goals, but like I always say, God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. And you came in here with, a heck of a lot of soul lessons to learn. But now I feel like you're spreading your wings and you're going to attract the kind of love you desire, because you're now looking at what is in front of you. You're appreciating what you have. Remember earlier you got the Five of Cups, and this is about focusing on what you've lost. Now you're focusing on what you have in front of you. There's a new sense of excitement coming in for you about the future. I'm not necessarily seeing, that if you're single, that somebody's coming into your life right away this month, I'll be honest. But I do see this shift within you that is attracting the energy that you want. I feel like if you are in separation, you're having some really big aha moments during this time. And you're going to figure out if this relationship has completed the lessons, or if you want to continue, learning new ones with this person, because they are showing me new soul contracts that are coming in for you, but it may not be in the timing that you think here. I feel like this month is about you. This month is about going inward. I am seeing, though, with the Chariot, there will be movement forward. And whoever this Queen of Air is here, Queen of Swords, whether it's you or somebody else, air sign, communication is going to be very important. Now let's take a look, Sag, and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Okay, and we have action. This is Yang energy. I like this. So yin and yang, peace. This is about taking action on your life, taking action on what you want to see as an outcome. What do you want to manifest? This is the masculine energy. So some of you masculines out there, or, maybe you are feminine, but you're holding a lot of the masculine energy in. It does talk about the power to make things happen. And I'm going to read to you the relationship message here. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement towards your highest good, so go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. I'm also going to read to you the protection message just for a few of you here, that because we did have that Three of Swords come up. Be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Remember earlier when we spoke of triggers? This may be one, Sag. Be sure you really want what you are chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't to cause fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. So it sounds a little bit counterintuitive here, but what this is meaning here for you is there's action on your part, but don't let the action come from a place of being triggered. Okay, very important there. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't let the actions that you take this month come from a place of being triggered. It's about moving forward confidently, boldly, assertively, like the Queen of Swords, but also with compassion in your heart as well. Compassion not just towards others, but towards yourself. All right, let's see what your soul wants you to know here, Sag. What does your soul want you to really question this month regarding matters of the heart? Matters of the heart. Oh, of course this is your card here, Sag. Your soul wants you to ask yourself, your human self here on this earth, what if it was easy? Now remember what I said earlier. God gives his toughest soldiers to his toughest battles, right? It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? It's time to expect ease, call in grace, and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action. List 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here. You just have to say yes to it. Remember, you got this showing up here in your near future. You have the calling card right here, Sag. So it says in here, this is your current calling. So now you've been through the first half of your life, a lot of difficulties, a lot of issues of the heart that you've needed to learn, but you've learned so much and you've come so far here. Now it's your time to shine. I do feel like you'll be going through a gradual shift, as it says here in the present moment with the leaves. But I feel for a lot of you, even if you're attracting new love in March, or even if you're having fun, you're putting yourself out there dating, enjoying social time, family time, I do feel by fall, a lot of you are your life's going to be completely different, like I said in the beginning, than it is in March, which is really good. It doesn't mean that March is going to be bad. It just means that you may find yourself in a spot in the fall that you didn't see yourself really ever in. And that may be peace. That may be happiness. That may be really in a spot where your heart chakra is loving not only another person unconditionally, but yourself unconditionally as well. So Sag, really deep reading here for you, but quite beautiful. So let's get a few messages from your power animals. But first, Sag, I just ask that you take a deep breath in from your solar plexus, your belly area. Take a deep breath in, release, close your eyes. Tune into that third eye chakra. That is the area between your eyebrows. And I want you to think of the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this can be an animal that flies high in the sky. Maybe it is an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps it is an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or domesticated. Perhaps it is an animal that has crossed over the rainbow bridge, or maybe one that you currently have at home. There is no right or wrong answer. And if you need a moment, Sag, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is post your power animal in the comment box below. And I personally, Sagittarius, will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I post right back here around the first of the month on this channel. So do make sure you have hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And now we're going to get your messages. We have Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. Yes, because what they're showing me is your root chakra, which is about your foundation, may have been unstable growing up. You may have had a lot of back and forth in your childhood, maybe an absent parent, or parents that fought, parents who struggled with addictions. Maybe there was trauma, maybe there was abuse, whatever this was for you. Maybe you had the perfect childhood. That's wonderful. But it's talking about right now is important to lay a solid foundation, because the foundation that you have been starting to kind of culminate is what is going to really bring in that security for you in the next half of your life. So I like beaver showing up. That sounded weird. Cow spirit. Cow, we have the miracles are endless. I love this. The miracles are endless for you. So what this is saying is expect miracles to happen, because they're certainly coming in here for you, Sag. Cow spirit. So, oh, interesting. Okay. They're showing me a cookie jar, or maybe it's some like a flour jar, or it's like the jars that you can have on your counter or in your pantry, maybe that you had as a child. And I see cows on them. So if you have those, or maybe you grew up to cow canisters, I think that's what they're called, canister sets. I feel like it's not going to resonate with everyone, but do expect miracles to happen, especially in the next 6 to 8 months for you. Porcupine, time for a beginner's mind. Porcupine. And when you think of porcupines, you know, they have the quills to protect them. And when they get triggered, right, when they get triggered, then they project them onto others. But what this is saying here is do things differently this time around. Focus on those triggers so you don't have to, you know, point those quills in the direction of another. So I feel like that is a piece of the big lessons that you have been learning here in the first half of your life. Cat spirit, claim your independence. I love cats. Cat spirit here is about playful energy, taking cat naps when you want. It's about landing on your feet again here after a time of maybe a little bit of difficulty. And lastly, what a cute giraffe. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. And that's about this surrender card that you got. I feel like you got that Hanged Man energy when it came to the Seven of Wands, but that is about you seeing things from a bigger perspective. You seeing things from a brand new shift of energy here. You're seeing it from a brand new perspective and a higher level than you've seen it before. Instead of maybe having tunnel vision in the past of, seeing one way, thinking one way, now you're actually opening the horizon to a lot more. And because you're doing that here, Sag, you're allowing the possibilities of miracles to show up for you. And you're going to be very happy you did so. Last but not least here, we're going to get a few messages, or a message from your crystal spirit. And by the way, for any of you wonderful Sagittarians out there who are interested in any of these decks that you see below or up above here, I listed all of them in the description box for your convenience. All right, let's take a look and see what the crystal spirit wants you to know regarding your love. We have Sodalite. Sodalite, one of my favorites here. You can see the beautiful energy of Sodalite. This is about communication, and you have that Queen of Air. So talk kindly to yourself here. Talk kindly to others. Use communication. Express your needs. Very, very important. This is about that throat chakra. For some of you, your throat chakra is going to tell you in the month of March if you need to focus on communication. Maybe you get a cough or a sore throat, or maybe even a little bit of nausea, indigestion, or heartburn here. Your throat chakra will tell you when it's underactive, or maybe even overactive at times. Maybe you lose your voice. But the Sodalite energy is card 52 here. And when you break that down, 5 + 2 = 7. And that is the card here of the Chariot. So you're wanting to move forward, which you will. So I'm just going to read to you the relationship message before we end your reading. This is about conscious awareness, Sag. It's about intentionality, an awakened state, inner knowing and self-confidence, clear expression of intentions. And your relationship message is this. Healing doesn't require perfection, but it does require that you remain awake to the truth that you are a divine, beautiful being, always connected to the conscious universe, who wants the very best for you. Spiritual amnesia will send you circling back to old patterns you vowed never to repeat. The appearance of Sodalite spirit is a reminder to reestablish your sense of connection to the universe so that they can guide you to where you need to be. Do not forget your worth, your values, and your truth. If you are unsure of the next move to make, meditate. As you remain present in the moment, you will more easily avoid spiritual narcolepsy and falling back into old ways. Absolutely. You've done a lot to get to where you're at here. Sodalite teaches us how to be here in the now. I love it because you have that showing up numerous times throughout your reading. And instead of getting lost in the past or gazing too far into the future. Meditation with this stone will allow us to experience the wisdom of our journey this far. And remember, we talked about seeing the bigger picture, seeing how far you've come with that judgment card. It encourages non-attachment and integration of all experiences, helping us make choices in the moment from a higher perspective. And you got the higher perspective with giraffe. So wow, this pretty much ties up and wraps up everything we're talking about in your reading. So I do recommend, if you have this stone, wear it, utilize the energy of Sodalite, maybe meditate, sleep with it under your pillow, sleep with it on your nightstand, carry it in your purse, your wallet, your sock, your bra. If you don't have Sodalite, it doesn't mean you have to rush out and get it, but if you do have a local crystal shop, or if you want to shop on Amazon, I do suggest Sodalite for you. Or I should say Sodalite suggests that you tune into their energy here. So very beautiful. Sag, I really enjoyed and love this reading. Kind of deep, and I know that sometimes when we come to these love readings on YouTube, we are really hoping to see somebody coming into our energy, right? But in order for you to do that, to call in and attract that kind of love, even if you are in a relationship currently, the biggest piece is working on ourselves. And I feel like that's what this reading was about for you. So I hope this resonates for you. If so, please do hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Do comment your power animal in the box below and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm sending all of you wonderful Sagittarians tons of love and light. Till next time.